obviously a producer for obviously the Faces Men podcast that I do with my other two co-hosts. And obviously you're a really big Arsenal fan. And obviously I'm not sure if you heard the news this week about Ozil, but obviously he's leaving to go to Fenerbahce. Firstly, how do you feel about that? Is it like sadness or are you happy that he's going?
To be honest, I'm in between, neither side or happy. I guess it's best for him and Arsenal because it's getting really bad at the club. But the irony is, this could have been the best time for him to stay because Partey came, and that was probably one of the best players he could have played with in midfield. That would have allowed him to just play up front and attack, but we'll never know now. So
yeah, no, that's true. Actually, I didn't think of that.
So I guess best wishes to him at Fenerbahce.
Okay.
I don't know who's at the club. I don't know.
No, neither do I. I don't know. But do you think going to Fenerbahce is a good move for him? Obviously, like he's going back to Turkey and whatnot. Or originally he's from Turkey, but he's going to Turkey. But I don't see someone of his caliber. Surely he's too good for the Turkish league. No disrespect to anyone in the Turkish league.
Because you had people. I forgot their names. Was it Schneider or something like that? Went to Turkey. There was a time when they were getting loads of good players, like 4 or 5 years ago. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah. I think he went to him and Drogba. I think went to. They played at the same team.
Quite a few players.
Yeah.
So and they stayed for a while. I didn't think they'll stay more than a season, but they did. So I don't know. It depends on the team, I guess. But I don't know too much about the Turkish league.
No, neither do I. That's why because usually growing up there'll at least be one Turkish team in the Champions League. Yeah, or Fenerbahce, but I've not seen any, or Besiktas. I don't think Besiktas are even in it this year. But I don't think I've seen a Turkish team in the Champions League for a while. To my knowledge, anyway, I could be mistaken. Okay then, so do you think then, someone like Ozil, do you think his legacy at Arsenal is that of like a good note, or because you have to think about it, there's two eras of Arsenal, right? So there's the era of Arsenal at Highbury and the eras of Arsenal at the Emirates, which is obviously going on now. Do you think his legacy as an Arsenal player, based off the Arsenal at the Emirates, is considered legendary status, or do you think he's just seen as a failure?
So again, that's a bit of both. So diehard Ozil fans see him as a legend that brought us back to winning trophies like FA Cup.
Which you're not mistaken about. There is some valid. I can't even say the word. There is some truth to that. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, yes and no. But I know people say it's Ozil, but others say it was Sanchez, Alexis.
Okay.
That helped us win the FA Cup rather than Ozil. They said that it was Ramsey and Sanchez were the ones. So Ozil just happened to be in the team at the time, but it's split. Like if you go amongst the whole Arsenal fan base, it's like 50-50. Some are like, he brought us a trophy, won the FA Cup. We challenge kind of now and then, but others were like, no, complete failure. Was nothing like how he was at Real Madrid apart from his first 2 seasons.
Yeah, but comparing him to how he was at Madrid, I feel like it's like comparing apples and oranges. Like it's two different teams playing two different styles of football. If that makes sense. Like you've got the Galacticos of Madrid.
At the time when he came, Arsene Wenger was inspired to play like Madrid and Barcelona. So he had those technical players like Cazorla. Ramsey was like that. We had I feel like I'm missing someone. Ramsey, Ozil was supposed to fit that picture. Whilst we had Arteta, at the back, those guys freedom. He was like the defensive sort of player. Whilst we had technical players in the middle. So that was the style, but that was the plan. But we never bought the right players to add to that. So never got to that. But his legendary state is split. It is literally split. So it's like some would have a statue put up, but others would probably tear it down.
No, but see, this is the thing. I think he deserves a statue. I think he was I think he has to be considered as one of the most successful Arsenal players of the Emirates era. Because you think about it. No, think about it. Think about it.
That would have to go to Sanchez. As much as people hate him.
Nah.
No.
Sanchez only had 2 good seasons.
He played for us. I think it was 3 seasons or 2.
I think it was 2. No, he had 2 good seasons. He had 2 good seasons, from what I remember. The reason why I say Ozil, right? And you have to look at the list of players that played for Arsenal when you were at Emirates and how good they were and what happened when they left. You had Fabregas, who everyone considers as a football legend in general. But the reason why Arsenal fans won't consider him a legend is because he went to Chelsea.
But that wasn't his fault, man. Come on.
No, I get it.
We had the option to buy him, we didn't.
Yeah, no, I get that. But a lot of Arsenal fans won't accept him as a legend because he went to Chelsea when he came back to England. Then you had Van Persie, who went to Man United. So obviously Arsenal fans again won't see him as someone who deserves a statue or regard him as a true legend because he abandoned ship and chose to go to your rival and help them win the league rather than stay and help Arsenal win the league. Am I right in saying that?
There's some truth in it, but it's not completely true. So Van Persie, Fabregas wanted us to get better players and to challenge, but we had a meeting, there was no proof of that happening. So he always said he was going to go back to his childhood club, which was Barca, so I could accept that. Then we had the chance to buy him, we didn't. We literally could have brought him back and he was happy to come back, and we didn't. And he wants to come back to London to live if he came to England. So with Chelsea, I have no problems with that. I would, because I thought he was amazing for us from the age of 17.
Yeah.
The most memorable game was against Juve when we played them when they had Vieira.
Yeah, I remember that game.
We bossed that game.
Yeah, I think he scored as well actually that game.
Yeah, he scored. Yeah. And with Van Persie, he was just blighted by injuries. Very unlucky. But when he played for us, he was amazing, absolutely amazing. The goals he scored, the way he would take our team to another level. With his transfer to Man U, that wasn't his fault. He wanted to stay, but his value was so high, and teams are willing to pay. But from what I understand, Gazidis didn't want him to. I think Juventus wanted to buy him, and Gazidis blocked the move and was only open to Man City or Man United because it offered more money.
Oh wow! Okay.
So Van Persie picked. That what rubs Arsenal fans up is that Van Persie picked Man United instead of Man City. That's what stopped him from getting the legendary status. If he went to Man City, I think they wouldn't have taken it so bad because of the rivalry.
See, and the reason why I disagree with that is because my next point I was gonna mention was Adebayor. After him.
Yeah, same with him. All these players were forced out. He didn't want to leave.
Yeah, but he went to Man City. Okay.
Offering a lot of money for you, you have to leave.
I get that, but take away his celebration, his goal celebration from when he scored against Arsenal when he ran the length of the pitch to celebrate. Take that away. Arsenal fans won't consider Adebayor as a legend either. No, to be fair, he didn't win anything with Arsenal. Same thing as Van Persie. He did, but I think Adebayor scored more goals than Van Persie. But no one will give Adebayor the credit. So Arsenal fans might.
But for that, for him, at first I didn't understand, but now I do. He was getting death threats towards his family, and his mum, I think, was critically ill at the time. That's why he did that celebration. It was just like, I played for you guys, I was forced out the club, and you guys treat me like this. F you, I'm gonna. Do you know what I mean? He shouldn't have done it, but I understand why he did it.
Okay, so to end off the list of players, so you got Van Persie, Fabregas, Adebayor. Then obviously the next one probably in that class you can say is Walcott, who again Arsenal fans won't consider him a legend, even though he scored over 100 goals for Arsenal.
As much as they don't want to, they have to.
You think so?
Centurion.
Yeah, no, it's true. But he,
I can't think of any Arsenal player currently, barring Aubameyang, over the last 5-10 years, who would, if they stayed 10 years at Arsenal, would have got 100 goals. I can't think of anyone.
I think Sanchez would have got. Sanchez would have got 100 goals if he stayed. If you had got Sanchez younger.
There's only very few select. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's true. But 100 goals in 10 years isn't a lot. It's not.
109.
109 in 10 years. It's averaging what, just over 10 goals a season. That's not It's not great when you look at it
It's
in
not,
hindsight.
bro. I would wish for some of our players to get 10 goals this season.
No, obviously now you think that, yeah, but in hindsight,
So bad,
when you look at someone who's an attacker, you thinking like, because I mean, no, people are saying that as a midfielder, you're meant to be getting like 5 to 10 goals. As a goal scoring midfielder, you should be getting averaging 5 to 10 goals. But as an attacker, like a winger slash striker, you should be getting 15 minimum.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but I think people were spoiled, by the previous Premier League winning team, Henry and that.
Yeah.
So, I won't lie, Walcott was a step down. If he didn't get so injured, I feel like he would have scored a lot more goals, because there was times he was looking really promising. Because this will be a guy where Arsenal will be getting battered, but he's the only one scoring. You know, like when we lost the 5-2s, 5-3s, he'd be getting a hat-trick in these games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's got to mean something. He's scoring in big games and small games. So for me, that's why I rate him. He wasn't just someone who was just scoring against the little teams.
I get that.
He's just so inconsistent. He remind me of, do you remember Robbie Earnshaw?
Oh yeah, the Welsh guy for West Brom. Yeah.
Really amazing one week, and then for the next 2 weeks would just be average.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you remind me of that. It's just, for me, it was injuries cost him.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, so yeah, so the point, so in saying all of that, then yeah, Ozil compared to those players who were considered probably your best players at the time during the Emirates era, do you think Ozil is in that class of should be considered a legend ahead of those guys, or do you think he should be just seen as another great servant to the club and not a legend, so to say?
Great player, not a legend.
Not a legend, really?
You know, because there's too many, dude. This is a big statement because I know you're a Liverpool supporter, but I rate Henderson more than Ozil.
In what sense? In terms of being a leader on the pitch, or just in ability? Like you have to more.
Ability, no, but consistency, yes.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah,
so you can be talented.
But see different types of players, though.
But if you're not doing it consistently, like if you're not up for it, so there'll be away games and Ozil will just get bullied or just go missing.
Yeah, no, I get that, but you can say that about a lot of foreign midfielders, because you when you look at it, they come from a place of where your talent stands out, and you have people behind you that do the hard work and do the dirty work, and you do what you are paid to do, or you do what you're good at, which is provide and assist and score goals. Henderson is really good at doing the dirty work for Liverpool's midfield, as opposed to creating chances. Like you wouldn't, as a Liverpool fan, we will not have a Henderson-like player in a number 10 role, because we know that he won't do anything. But at the same time, we will not have an Ozil type player in a deep line Henderson role, because we know he won't do anything. So it's.
I hear what you're saying. It's just that, just being up for it.
Yeah, no,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, yeah. Because obviously,
there's no point having a skillful player, even if he's in number 10 role, and that's his position. But it's a cold night in West Brom or something, and he's just like,
yeah, no,
like
that's true.
That's
true.
You know what I mean?
You have a point.
It's like you've had a man sent off.
That's true. No, that's true. Like a lot of teams, obviously, win title winning or challenge teams that challenge for titles can't afford to have players that they carry.
Yeah,
you've got to have everyone on. Yeah, that's true.
As good as Ozil can be, there's times where he's just a passenger in the team. And it's really come back to bite the team. There's one season I'll let him off. I remember he's getting a lot of stick, but I agree with some Arsenal fans. It was when Leicester won the league, and his assists were kind of low, but it would have been so much higher if the strikers in front of him scored, because he was setting them up a lot, especially Giroud. I think Giroud went 20 games with no goals, but Ozil gave him like a ridiculous amount of assists higher than anyone else, to score.
Okay.
So I know the stats can be warped sometimes, where people think if players are not scoring, then the person's not providing them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he hasn't always had the best strikers around him. Like I said, now I think this is the perfect Arsenal team for him.
Oh, okay. Well, you say that, but
it would have been so.
Yeah, you say that because because with party and all that. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe. But anyway, before I let you go,
runners up of him, he would have Saka to his right or left, Martinelli, or Saka,
but you seem
Party
to be
behind
doing.
him. You know what I mean?
But yeah, but you guys seem to be doing all right without him. Obviously, you got that Smith Rowe guy who's really good, apparently.
Yeah, but he's really young, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Build your
he's
team
good,
around.
but no one should be thrusting him forward and putting all the pressure on him and like
But
playing him
it happens.
every game.
It happens. Like it's that's what happens when you're a youngster coming through like a big team in England. You're gonna have a lot of pressure on you. It happened with Wilshere. Happened with so many countless players over the years. It's gonna continue happening.
Yeah, but when that happens,
No,
they get
trust me.
injured and burn out before their time.
Exactly. That's what happens. I guarantee you, yeah, if Smith Rowe plays every game from now to the end of the season for Arsenal and keeps putting up the numbers that he's been doing recently, there's going to be people saying, take him to the Euros in the summer. Now, if they do that, that'll be a big mistake. Like they done with Theo Walcott. Obviously, it's different with Theo Walcott because he didn't play a single game for Arsenal at that time.
But everyone knows, you know why that happened with Walcott,
No. But I'm saying it'll be a big mistake them taking him just based off of the fact that he is still really young and they should really nurture the talent rather than force them and rush them through.
Yeah, but I don't know, everyone, problem is with the world today has less patience. Everyone just wants results straight away without, the long grind. It's just, he's playing good, just chuck him in, doesn't matter, just keep playing him.
Yeah. No, speaking of that, I think there is a plan in place for some of these English players because a lot of them now, the youngsters are moving abroad, and I think there is a plan in place, like there was with the French team and the Spanish team like a couple years ago.
Yeah, I noticed a lot of English players are going to Germany.
Yeah, so it might be something building there. I don't know. But before I let you go, quick question about what do you think Arsenal are going to achieve this season? Like, what are your hopes for Arsenal this season, for the rest of the season, moving forward? Trophy? Yes,
a
no?
trophy, and I predicted 8th place. That would finish at the beginning of the season.
Wait, what trophy do you think you guys would have a chance of getting?
FA Cup or Europa. But we're more likely to get FA Cup than Europa, but Europa would be the ideal trophy.
Okay, see, I was thinking about this because I mentioned this last season. Was it last season? Yeah, last season when you won the FA Cup. Because I think you finished like 8th last season, right? If I'm not mistaken, 8th, yeah. And that was outside the European places. And I was saying on Twitter, surely it's better for Arsenal to lose the FA Cup and not get Europa League football so they can focus solely on the league. Because surely the Europa League is a unnecessary distraction to have if you're trying to get back into the top 4. Unless you win the Europa League, cool. But if you're not going to win the Europa League, surely you just don't want to. So obviously, like everyone wants to win a trophy. You don't go to a final to lose it. But surely it would have been better for Arsenal in the long run, moving forward, to have lost that final against Chelsea in the FA Cup and not go to Europa League, just so that you can focus solely on the league. I don't know. Do you think I'm wrong in that?
Yeah, but then we might not have got the 2 players we bought in the summer, Partey and Gabriel. Probably never would have come.
Maybe. Yeah, you might have a point there. No, but Partey.
I think that's the only reason.
No, but Partey was at Atletico and they were in the Champions League, so I don't think you playing in the Europa League would have made any difference either.
Yeah, no, because of the money we won from winning the FA Cup, we was able to buy Gabriel. That's why.
Fair enough.
And as you know, our owner is not the most. He's not a flosser when it comes to money in England.
No, fair enough. Okay, so eighth place in the trophy. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I think it's 8th. Everyone's going a bit crazy.
I'm looking at the table. Sorry, I'm looking at the table, and you've got West Ham. Okay, West Ham. I think you would get above West Ham, but you've got Villa with at least 2 or 3 games in hand on you anyway, and then you got Southampton, Everton, Leicester. It's gonna be hard to get into the top 8.
True, but luckily no one's consistent this season. So.
No, that's true. Yeah, you might have a point. But you know what that means though, right? Like you guys probably can't afford to lose any more games. You've lost 8 already. You can't afford to lose any more.
No, it's true we can't. But luckily the fixtures. We're playing Newcastle today, I think.
Yeah. Oh no, that's an easy win for you. That'd be an easy win.
If they defend like they did last week, then no.
Mate, they won't defend the way they defended against. The way they defended against Liverpool the other day was the best I've seen Newcastle defend ever in my like this season. But they won't defend like that again. Trust me, that was a one-off.
It's like it's crazy. Teams fare us now. I know it sounds crazy saying that, but the reason I say it is because they wouldn't be so defensive unless the only teams that are not obviously your Liverpools, your Man Cities, but everyone else has just been super defensive against us.
Because that's the way to beat the big sides now. That's the only way. Make it hard for them. Yeah. No, but okay. Well, thank you for helping with this. Obviously, I'm just doing this for my podcast, so thanks for that.
Yeah, no, it wasn't so bad. As you know, I'm not a big fan of being out there, but yeah, this wasn't so bad.
That's why I thought I would just call.